Township of Edison Zoning Board of Adjustment regular meeting of December 16th, 2025 is now in session. Adequate notice of this meeting, as required by the Open Public Meetings Act of 1975, has been provided by the annual notice published in the Home News and Tribune on December 13th, 2024, has been posted in the main lobby of the Municipal Complex on December 18th, 2024. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Mr. Carley? Here. Mr. Bignell?
Here.
Ms. Shaw?
Here.
Mr. Ayotte?
Here.
Mr. Chabra?
Here.
Mr. Cerrito?
Here.
Mr. Schneider?
Here.
Mr. DeVay?
Here.
Mr. Sidaha?
Here.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Here.
And Chairman Kumba.
Here.
Thank you.
Madam Secretary, first date of minutes for consideration.
November 18th, 2025 for approval.
What's the board's pleasure?
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, second by Mr. Cerrito. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes.
And Chairman Kumba.
Yes on the motion.
Thank you.
And the next set of minutes.
November 25th, 2025 for approval.
What's the board's pleasure?
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, second by Mr. Cerrito. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. DeVay?
Yes on the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes on the motion.
And Chairman Kumba.
Yes on the motion.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. First resolution for consideration.
Z33, 2024, Asian Fresh of Edison for approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, seconded by Mr. Schneider. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes on the motion.
And Chairman Kumba.
Yes on the motion. Next resolution.
Z8, 2025, Sacred Foundation for approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, second by Mr. Schneider. Roll call, please.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes on the motion.
And Chairman Kumba.
Yes on the motion. And the final resolution for consideration.
The 2025, Anja Patel for approval.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, second by Mr. Cerrito. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes on the motion.
And Chairman Kumba.
Yes on the motion.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. We have a few announcements for this evening. Please bear with me. First, case Z2 2020 Lamar Advertising of Penn LLC at 81 and 101 US Highway 1. It will be carried until January 27th, 2026. If you're here for this case, Z2 2020, it will not be heard this evening. It will be heard on January 27th, 2026, with the meeting beginning at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. If you received a notice, you will not receive another notice. This will serve as your notice. KZ13 2025 Lake Home Renovations LLC at 17 Jean Place has been carried to January 27th, 2026. If you're here for this case, Z13 2025, it will be heard on January 27th, 2026, with the meeting beginning at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. If you received a notice, you will not receive another notice. This will serve as your notice. KZ27 2025 Vikas Sharma at 36 Rainford Road has been carried to January 27th, 2026. If you're here for this case, Z27 2025, it will not be heard this evening. It will be heard January 27th, 2026, with the meeting beginning at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. If you received a notice, you will not receive another notice. KZ34 2023 Mohammed Zubair at 106 James Street has been carried to February 17th, 2026. If you're here for this case, Z34 2023, it will not be heard this evening. It will be heard on February 17th, 2026, with the meeting beginning at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. If you received a notice, you will not receive another notice. This will serve as your notice. Finally, KZ31 2025 Tanuja Adiani at 110 Calvert Avenue East will be carried to a later date, and their renotice will be required. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a regular meeting of the Township of Edison Zoning Board of Adjustment. The board is composed of Edison Township presidents appointed by the municipal council who volunteer their time and service to the board. The municipal land use law requires that members successfully complete a land use training course administered by the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs. This board also holds in-house training conducted by our board professionals. The zoning board abides by the provision of the municipal land use law in addition to our board's bylaws. The zoning board is a quasi-judicial land use board which differs from the township planning board. Under the municipal land use law, board members are required to be impartial and are not allowed to discuss any case prior to being considered at a hearing. All applicants will have the opportunity to present their case before the board, along with the opportunity for board members and board professionals to question the applicant and their witnesses. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation of their case, the case will open to the public. Residents within 200 feet of the subject property will be heard, followed by residents from outside of 200 feet. All residents will be sworn in. They'll provide their name and address, and they'll be given 6 minutes to comment on the application being considered without the opportunity for a rebuttal. Residents may ask questions of the applicant's professionals, and board professionals. The board requests that these questions are asked prior to any commentary being made on the application. Once commentary begins, the resident's timer will begin. The applicant will be allowed the opportunity for cross-examination of their witnesses. Under the law, the chair is allowed to stop any commentary which is repetitive or an attempt to filibuster the board. Further, the chair is allowed to stop any commentary that is irrelevant to the case or prohibited from the board's consideration. Once the public portion is closed, all public comments are ended unless new testimony is presented by the applicant. Following the closure of the public portion, the applicant will have the right of summation on their application. Following summation, the case will go to the board for a decision. This procedure has been followed by the board and is similar to the procedures followed by boards of adjustment statewide. Municipal land use law requires the board to engage in a balancing act and is not required to strictly apply township ordinances, zoning plan, or master plan. As a board of adjustment, variances are granted when appropriately necessary, following all legal considerations. As has been the case with prior boards, this board will see where we're at if we are still in session around 10:30 p.m. I ask that all applicants, professionals, and residents show respect to each other and be civil throughout all proceedings. I ask that you withhold applause, booing, or interrupting of anyone while they are speaking. The chair will not tolerate any outbursts by applicants, professionals, or the public. Further, since most cases are being recorded by a court reporter, I ask the speakers do not speak over one another. Madam Secretary, first case on the agenda, please.
Case number Z29-2025, Varun Bhatia at 14 East Knollwood Road. Applicant is seeking a bulk and use variance to construct a new single-family home. The following standards have not been met. Maximum coverage by building required is 23%, proposed is 29.8%. Maximum FAR required is 0.44, proposed is 0.47.5. Affected property is located in the RB zone, designated as block number 1103, lot number 5 on the Edison Township tax map. All noticing paperwork is in order.
Good evening, Mr. Shire.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. My name is Bernard Shire. I represent Dr. Bhatia with reference to the property located at 14 East Knollwood Road.
Mr. Shire, can you do me a favor? Can you bring that microphone close to you? Your fans at home want to hear you.
I should know by now, shouldn't I?
It's okay.
Once again, I'm Bernard Shire, firm of Convery and Shire, representing Dr. Bhatia with reference to this application at 14 East Knollwood Road in Edison, known as Lot 5 in Block 1103 in the RB zone. It is presently consists of a single-family vacant residence. The proposal is to demolish the existing building and construct a new single-family home. The applicant requires 2 variances. One is for maximum coverage by building. Permitted is 23%. The proposed is 29.8%. The maximum floor area ratio permitted is 44%. Proposed is 47.5%. The applicant will testify. Essentially, the reason is that the applicant and his family, consisting of himself, his wife, and 1 3-year-old child, plus his father and mother, are living in a 1,200 square foot condominium. The father is disabled. The applicant is a physician. His wife is a registered nurse. The father requires medical attention. The applicant is proposing to build a house with facilities on the first floor for his father, who should not be climbing stairs. And one of the other reasons is that the child has a disability, and the early learning program, which the child goes to, is just down the street from this property. The applicant's architect is here to testify, Mr. Fishburne, as well as our planner, John DuPont. And unless the board has any preliminary questions, we're ready to proceed.
Board have any preliminary questions for Mr. Shar? Seeing none, we'll proceed.
I call Dr. Badia.
Dr. Body, would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. And state your full name for the record.
You can have a seat, sir.
Dr. Badia, you are the applicant in this matter. You're a licensed physician in New Jersey? Yes. And you
Mr. Shar, I'm just going to hold you up. Oh, there you go, doctor. Thank you so much.
you presently work out of JFK Medical Center.
Yes.
Your wife is a registered nurse.
Yes.
And you have one child.
Yes.
How old is the child?
3.
And presently, where are you residing?
We're in. It's in a condo near Middlesex County College. It's a 3-bedroom condo.
And your father and mother live with you?
Yes.
And your father is disabled, is that correct?
As of a year and a half ago, yes.
And he requires medical assistance on a regular basis?
Yes. He goes to see the doctor 2 to 3 times a month.
All right. And the home you're proposing has facilities which will accommodate him where he can stay on the first floor?
Yes.
Obviously, he has a problem climbing stairs.
Yes.
Additionally, your child has a disability for which he has an IEP?
Yes. He has ADD and speech impediment.
And he goes to an early learning program for assistance with this, correct?
Yes.
And where is that located with reference to the property you're proposing your new home on?
It's just down the street from the property.
All right. I have no other questions to Dr. Badia.
Does the board have any questions for Dr. Bhatia? Seeing none, thank you very much.
Thank you. Call Sean Fishburne.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? And you're going to need a microphone. Would you state your full name for the record?
Sean Fishburne, S-H-A-U-N, and Fishburne, F-I-S-H-B-U-R-N.
And Mr. Fishburne, if you could please provide the board with a summary of your background and qualifications.
Yes, I am licensed. I'm an architectural engineer licensed in New Jersey. I have over 15 years of experience. I went to Drexel University, graduated in 2006, and I got my my professional engineering license in 2015.
And your license are current in good standing?
Yes.
Okay, we'll accept you. If you want to use the easel over there, just bring the microphone with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Fishburne, you designed the proposed single-family home for Dr. Badia and his family?
Yes.
And did he indicate to you a lot of the needs he had with respect to the new residence?
Yes, he did.
And did you, in fact, spend a lot of time talking with him and probably the contractor as to how to design this building?
That is correct. Yes, we did.
All right, could you please give the board your insight and testimony as to what you've proposed?
Absolutely. Right now, the existing dwelling is kind of L-shaped. So what we did was it's pretty much the same footprint, just squared off. And we shifted the building back a little bit. We shifted it back so it conforms on the side yard setbacks as well as the front yard setback. Now, The first floor is has the primary, the in-law suite. And the in-law suite has a bathroom that has a shower that is going to be handicap accessible.
All right, could you describe the rest of the structure?
Absolutely. So it's two stories. There is no basement. It's going to be slab on grade. The first floor will have the kitchen. It'll have a one-car garage, and it'll have the dining area as well as the in-law suite. The second floor will have, also on the first floor, there's going to be a guest bedroom and the prayer room. The second floor has the primary master suite, as well as 3 other bedrooms. I believe it's 3 other bedrooms. And those bedrooms are for Dr. Badia and his family. And the first floor, the in-law suite, is for his disabled father and mother. The third floor is we're utilizing the attic trusses to get extra storage into the for the house.
All right, and now this, the building you're proposing will have a coverage of 29.8%. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And the floor area ratio will be 47.5%. Is that also correct?
That is correct.
And every effort was made to comply with the zoning ordinance as much as possible, consistent with the needs of the family, I assume.
That is correct.
I have no other questions of the architect.
Does the board have any questions for Mr. Fishburne?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman.
Ms. Dave?
So on the first floor, you have the prayer room, also shows the queen-size bed. Is it a bedroom or is it a prayer room?
So primarily, it's going to be a prayer room. We threw the bed in there to show, I wanted to show Dr. Badia that if you did have extra family or guests, you can use it as a guest room, but it's primarily a prayer room.
Okay, and the attic has a full height attic, correct?
The attic does have floor height. That we're utilizing the attic prefabricated roof trusses, the attic style. So it's all open to, for storage.
It has a floor and it has the windows as well.
There are windows there, yes.
Are you finishing that attic?
I don't believe so, no.
At any time, are you planning to finish the attic?
He doesn't have a microphone.
Mr. Shire, doctor's just going to need it. Okay. There's no microphone. You got to share yours.
Apologize.
I'll get this yet.
Yes.
I want you to understand one thing. The attic becomes habitable if the height of the ceiling, any floor area on the attic, height goes above 7 foot, it would be considered as a floor area, as long as it stays below 1/3 of the floor below. You realize that, right?
No, I do not.
All right, so if it becomes more than 1/3 of the 7-foot height ceiling in the attic, it would be considered as a floor area and should be counted into floor area ratio.
Understood. So when we do the design of the attic trusses, we'll lower that ceiling height.
Yeah, make sure that less than 1/3.
Less than 1/3.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
And you have a permanent stair there for the access and egress, correct?
The stairs, yes.
Would be permanent stair.
I'm sorry, say that again, sir?
It would be permanent stair, right? It's not the attic stair, it just
That
stays.
is correct. Yes, it's for ease of access because there is no basement. We were looking for the storage, and we wanted the full egress stairs, not just a pull-down attic.
And not to finish in the future, no bedroom or no kitchen, anything you're adding in the attic.
There's no plan like that at this point. I don't know if, I'm trying to build my family, so to have another kid, maybe another 2
I get
kids.
it.
And if
Okay.
they decide to go to the attic, I don't know, but it'll probably be, I'm planning to have this home forever. So maybe 10 years down the line, I don't know. But nothing at this point.
If you decide to do that, you'll have to come back to
Yeah,
the board.
I know.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Ms. Dave. Anyone else for Mr. Fishburne?
Mr. Chair,
Ms. Chopper?
question for the architect. So I see that there's a balcony from the 3rd floor. What's that purpose? The full balcony from the 3rd floor?
The balcony was just for aesthetics and for just a lookout.
Okay, I mean, it's not a living space, right?
It's not intended to be a living space. no.
Okay, because my thing is that in the area, do you see any house with a third floor, like windows on the third floor in the attic or anything? Is that something that you see in the neighborhood?
It was strictly for aesthetics.
Okay, but does it conform with the neighborhood? Do you see any houses in that same block with that third story?
I'll look into that. I'm not, I have to look into that.
Okay.
I not personally, not right now, no.
Okay, all right, because that's one of my concerns, you know, it needs to match the neighborhood, and if there's 3 stories, 3 windows, and in the back you have a whole walkout balcony from the third floor, which is stated to be storage, it doesn't really match up there.
Understood.
Thank you.
Anyone else from Mr. Fishburne?
Mr. Chairman?
Vice Chairman?
So we have to base a decision tonight on the information that we have. So if this was to get approved, would you look into, you're okay with removing that balcony on the third floor?
Yeah, definitely. Like Sean said, it was more so aesthetic. I understand there's probably no other properties. I've lived in the area since 2009, so I know there's probably no other properties like that. I just thought aesthetically it looked good, but it's okay to remove. It's not a make or break.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none? Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Fishburne.
Thank you for your time.
Call John DuPont.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
And state your full name, please.
John P. DuPont.
Mr. DuPont, you have appeared before this board prior. If you could please provide us with a brief summary of your background qualifications.
Yes, well, tonight I'm appearing as a planner. I am a licensed planner in the state of New Jersey. I've been so for about 20 years. I've served as the planning board and zoning board planner for the Borough of Carteret for the last 20 years or so. I've been before you as an engineer and a planner, and tonight, again, just planning.
License are current and in good standing?
They are current and good.
We'll accept you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. DuPont, you've been retained by Dr. Badia with reference to this application.
That is correct.
You familiarized yourself with the property and the area in question.
I have,
Could you give the board the benefit of your planning testimony?
certainly. So not to bore you, but as you've heard already, the existing property is about a 7,800 square foot property. There's an existing older home on the site. It's about 1,400 square feet. The proposed condition is the applicant wants to demolish the home and the patio, all the improvements, and construct a new single-family home. It's about 3,700 square feet, along with a new driveway, new rear patio. It does result in 2 variances. Maximum building coverage is required 23% is the maximum. We are proposing 29.8. And the FAR is 0.44. We are proposing 0.47. So when we look at the variances, we look at the D variance first for FAR. In support of the application, I did review your master plan. I did look at your zoning ordinance. I did visit the site. We are proposing a single-family home, which is permitted in the zone. And for the increase in FAR, we must demonstrate that the site could accommodate any problems associated with a larger square foot of the house. So as you heard, the applicant and his wife and child and parents currently residents of Edison since about 2009. They live in a condo, and they've recently purchased this property. The primary reason for the FAR increase is the fact that the applicant has a growing family and has elderly parents, as you heard, and there's certain needs. There's medical concerns and certain needs that need to be built into the design of the home. The architect and the applicant have worked hard on making sure there was a first floor suite, bathroom, all accessible, and then a couple bedrooms on the second floor, again, for the growing family. It's very important to note here that the proposed dwelling meets all the setbacks. There's no side yard setback, no front yard setback, violations, no rear yard setback. So we are providing light, air, and open space, which I think is critical when you talk about the FAR variance. The neighborhood is going through some updates right now, and some updates and upgrades. 6, 17, and 22 East Knollwood are all currently going through improvements. 47 West Knollwood, right behind, is also going through improvements. Several of them have been to the board for approvals, and I'll give you a couple data points, and 2 of them have not. So 17 East Knollwood was approved by this board for an FAR of 0.46, and the building coverage has also exceeded the requirement. 47 West Knollwood was approved by this board for an FAR of 0.49, and the building coverage was 25.9. So not that it's all the same, but we're talking within 200 feet. There are 4 properties currently renovating. The neighborhood's seeing a nice investment and improvements. But we are very consistent with what's being done on the site. As far as the C variance, it's the maximum building coverage. Again, allowable is 23, we're proposing 29.8. Our coverage, again, slightly higher because of the design of the building, right? It's important that we tell you what purposes of the MLUL we could advance by the project, and we balance the positive and negative criteria. Purpose A, we are proposing a new dwelling in an existing neighborhood on a previously subdivided property, which meets the character of the neighborhood. We're not re-subdividing and causing an undersized lot. We're not proposing something that's out of nature with the neighborhood. Purpose C, we are proposing a dwelling which meets all the bulk criteria. Again, providing light, air, and open space. Purpose E, we're not re-subdividing the land and forcing additional dwelling units. We are proposing a new home in an established neighborhood, therefore promoting the general welfare of the neighborhood and the community. And purpose I, we are proposing visual improvements by constructing a new dwelling. So we're certainly improving the neighborhood. Again, the fact that we provide light and open space and that we've advanced several purposes of the MLUL, I think we've proven the positive criteria. As far as the negative criteria goes, I see no substantial detriment to the public good. We have a property owner who currently lives in Edison and wants to keep Edison their home. They have purchased this smaller, older dwelling, looking to build a home to meet their family's needs and growing needs in the future. The benefits of the project will clearly outweigh any detriments. The granting of the variances will not substantially impair the intent or purpose of your zone plan or zoning ordinance. In conclusion, this is a case about a family living in Edison and wants to continue to stay here. The neighborhood works out perfect for their child going to the early learning center. It's a property that they could build what they need. It will match the neighborhood. I think the proposed dwelling will meet the neighborhood very well. And that is the extent of my planning testimony.
I have no other questions of Mr. Dupont.
Does the board have any questions for Mr. Dupont? You left him speechless.
That's the applicant's case, Mr.
Okay,
Chairman.
all right, so we'll now go out to the public. Anyone within 200 feet of subject site wanting to be heard, if you're within 200 feet, you received a notice via certified mail? Anyone outside of 200 feet of subject site wanting to be heard? Seeing none, can I get a motion to close public portion?
Motion to close public portion.
Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, second by Mr. Schneider. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Do you have any summation?
Just very briefly, the applicant is seeking everything that the municipal land use law favors. In my opinion, he's agreed to the 2 suggestions made by board members. There's absolutely no objection, and I think it would be to the benefit of the Township of Edison to have Dr. Badia stay here. That's it.
Thank you very much, and we'll go to the board.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Dave.
I make a motion to approve the application. The applicant has met all the negative and positive criteria. The site is particularly suited for the intended use. The use is not detriment to the public good or public safety. This motion will also incorporate the testimony of the applicant, attorney, planner, engineer, and member of the board, as well as is incorporate the following conditions as testified to. The applicant confirmed that the attic floor space with the 7-foot height ceiling will be no more than 1/3 of the floor below. And the applicant also agreed to remove the aesthetic balcony at the attic level.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Dave, second by Mr. Sadata. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. DeVay?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Sadaha?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes on the motion.
And Chairman Gumbo.
Yes on the motion. Unanimous approval. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you.
Good to see you all.
Have a good holiday. Madam Secretary, next case on the agenda, please.
Case number Z17, 2025, Suresh and Darshna Modi at 152 Lund Ave. Applicant is seeking bulk and use variance and D use variances to construct a rear addition to the existing single-family dwelling. The following standards have not been met. Max building coverage required is 20%, proposed is 21.7%. Max impervious coverage required is 40%, proposed is 43.86%. Max FAR required is 0.37, proposed is 0.39. Affected property is located in the RBB zone, designated as block number 427.17, lot number 4.02 on the Edison Township tax map. All noticing paperwork is in order.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Counselor, could you bring it a little closer? Did you bring the podium closer to you? There you go. Thank you so much.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board. My name is Pankaj Maknor. I'm from the law firm of Wiley Lavender Maknor, appearing on behalf of the plaintiffs, applicants Sarish and Darshna Modi. They're the owners of the single-family house located at 152 Lund Avenue in Edison, New Jersey, identified as Block 527.17, Lot 4.02, and it's in the RBB zone. The applicants are seeking approval to construct a rear addition to their existing single-family residence. The home will remain a single-family dwelling. The variances requested this evening are bulk building coverage. 20% is permitted. The applicant is proposing 21.7. Impervious coverage, 40% is permitted. The applicant is proposing 43.86. And floor area ratio, 0.37 is permitted. The applicant is proposing 0.39. The proposal does not change the use of the property. The applicants will present testimony from himself, the professional planner and architect. At the conclusion of the testimony, we'll respectfully request that the board approve the application as submitted. And with that, I'd like to call my first witness here.
That objection, please do.
I'd like to call my first witness.
You could do, Counsel, if you want to just bring the other podium over, just so you guys don't have to share. There we go.
Sir, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
And state your full name for the record.
I'm Dr. Suresh Modi, Suresh Panachand Modi. I live at 152 Lund Avenue, Edison, New Jersey. I'm a radiologist and I practice in Edison.
Modi. You currently live at 152 Lund Avenue, correct?
Yes.
And when did you purchase the property?
In 2000?
And you've lived there continuously?
Yes.
And who do you live there with?
Well, I used to live with my family, me, my wife, and 2 kids. Now kids grown up, they are out of the house, but my mother-in-law and my father-in-law used to live with me. Unfortunately, I lost my father-in-law a few months back, but I still have my mother, she's 93, and my mother-in-law, she's 87. They still live with me. And me and my wife, we live right now. We're 4 people.
They live with you full time?
Yes.
And has there been some recent health issues with your mother and your mother-in-law?
Yes, I see, because as you get older, you come across so many things. So, they were okay moving around, but now they need assistance and probably walker and wheelchair. And so I see that it's becoming difficult for them to come in and out and, use the bathroom. And also my mother-in-law, she has a G-tube. She's on feeding tube permanently. So we have a home health comes, she requires a 24 hours attention. So that's another person who comes in and out. So in this situation, I thought that I think I should have some more room. So we are readjusting, some layout inside and trying to make the lower bedroom, first floor bedroom, so they can freely use, and also, making kitchen little more spacious so they can go in and out to have some food and, so that's what we are planning to do.
I have no further questions for the witness.
Does the board have any questions for Dr. Modi? Seeing none? Thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you.
I'd I'd like to call my next witness, which is the architect.
He's going to need the microphone if you want to pass the microphone over. Sir, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? And state your full name for the record.
The name is Rui Amaral, R-U-I, last name A-M-A-R-A-L.
You can put your hand down. Sir, if you could just please provide the board with some of your background and qualifications.
I'm a registered architect in the state of New Jersey. I've been licensed since 1995 and graduated from NJIT. And I have testified in front of this board before.
Okay, and license are current and good standing?
Yes, it is.
Thank you very much. You may proceed.
So what we are proposing to do is two small additions at the rear of the existing property. This is just a one-floor addition. The reason being is that on the ground floor, or let's start, this house has basically, like on the main floor, has a two-car garage, living, dining, kitchen, breakfast, family room, and an existing bedroom and a prayer room. Now, the existing bedroom is a little bit small for what they need now, and there is no master or bathroom per se inside the bedroom. There's just a common bathroom. And what they need now to do is to expand that bedroom, which is on the left side of the house. And this addition is 7 feet 4 by 18 feet. And again, just on the main floor. On the second floor, there is 3 bedrooms, an existing master bedroom on the left side, and then 2 additional bedrooms and an office, and then open spaces to below. But however, they need this master bedroom on the ground floor since they're getting older. And and that was the most appropriate addition to do to this bedroom, is just going back 7.5 feet was enough to provide us with enough, sufficient space. On the opposite side, we're doing another addition at 3 feet by 8 feet, 8 feet 8 inches. Again, this is a small addition on the corner, and this is to expand the existing kitchen. The existing kitchen is a little bit tight, and they're really to renovate it. It needs a completely renovated completely. So we had no choice but to really add an addition to it, especially for the number of family members on the house. So what these additions cause, or basically, basically the existing house was already kind of maximized on both building coverage, impervious coverage. On those 2 existing variances, we are now increasing that. The square footages will remain. We're actually decreasing the maximum impervious coverage slightly, because we're demolishing an existing fireplace at the back of the house. However, the floor area ratio is where we run into a variance or an increase of the existing condition. The existing is, or the maximum required is 3.3713%. The current is 0.3844, slightly over. By basically like percentages, basically what we're talking about. 200, this is like 200 square feet. And what we are going to be increasing is by 148 square feet, which is both additions. And that would put us at 0.3949. So the maximum required is 3.713, and the proposed is 0.3949. So the total square footage is 5,573 square feet, and maximum 5,240 square feet. So this is an increase of 230 square feet total above the maximum requirement. And the square footage floor area ratio that we're increasing is only 148 square feet. Setback requirements, we are more than we provide, or the existing provides more than sufficient or the maximum required. So we have no issues with any other variances other than maximum floor area ratio.
That's your testimony?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Does the board have any questions for Mr. Amaral? Seeing none, thank you very much.
I'd like to call the last witness, our planner, Chair.
Mr. Dupont, would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
And state your full name, please.
John P. Dupont.
Ms. Dupont, you were accepted a few minutes ago. Did you check your email, make sure that everything's still good with your license?
I believe everything's still.
All right, good.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, you may proceed. Thank you.
So a little bit similar of a case we heard about moments ago. We have an existing home. The family's been living in this home since the 90s. They're very happy it's worked out well for them, and they want to stay in the same location. The applicant's only proposing a 148 square foot addition to the rear of the home while remodeling the first floor, as you heard. Elderly parents come to live with them, so they need it a little more accessible. So they redesigned the kitchen and the bathroom on the first floor. It does result in 3 variances. Maximum building coverage allowable is 20. We're proposing 21.7%. Maximum maximum building coverage allowable 20. We propose 21.7. Maximum impervious coverage is 40 allowed. We're 43.86. And the FAR 0.37 allowed. We're at 0.39. Very minimal impact here. This results in no bulk requirement issues at all. No setback violations, no front yard, no rear yard, no sides. It is a very small variance that we're asking for, but still nonetheless, we have to address both the D and the C variances. So your D4, the FAR variance, we must show that the property can accommodate any associated problems, maybe with the larger home. You've heard from testimony, the additions are very limited to 148 square feet. The entire addition is tucked behind the home, won't be visible from the street, causes no side yard setbacks, rear yard setbacks, or any violations at all. It won't even be noticeable by any of the neighbors. With respect to the 2C variances, max building coverage and impervious coverage, we'll balance the positive and negative criteria. Again, we have a family who's lived in Edison for a long time, and they want to stay in town. They need to make some small adjustments to accommodate their current family situation. They propose a design, and they really put a lot of effort into not over-expanding this house, to reworking the existing footprint. Very minor, but we feel that it will advance several purposes of the MLU well. Purpose A, we're proposing a small addition to an existing home within a residential development. The addition is only being proposed so the applicant can better accommodate their 2 elderly parents, and they're promoting, therefore, the general welfare and the appropriate land use for the neighborhood. Purpose C, we're complying with all the side setbacks, providing light, air, and open space. Purpose C, we have a family who's lived in the area for years, who want to remain. The very small addition won't even be noticeable from the sides or the front of the building. It's just a minimal expansion. And purpose I, updating a dwelling, will promote the improvement of the desired visual environment. As far as negative criteria, I see no substantial detriment to the public good. We have a property owner who's been there since the 90s. They're looking to renovate their home to meet their family's growing needs. The project will provide them with exactly that. Variances can be granted without substantial detriment to the public good. The benefits of the project will clearly outweigh any detriments. The granting of the variances will not substantially impair the intent or purpose of your zone plan or zoning ordinance. And that is it. It's really that limited of an addition. I think the architect and the applicant put a lot of effort into the design of this to keep it limited. And I think we did a great job.
Any questions, Mr. Dupont? Seeing none? Thank you very much, Mr. Dupont.
That concludes the applicant's case.
Okay, so we will now go out to the public. Anyone within 200 feet of subject site wanting to be heard, if you're within 200 feet, you received a notice via certified mail? Seeing none, we'll now go outside of 200 feet of subject site. Seeing none, can I get a motion to close the public portion?
Motion to close public portion.
Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, second by Mr. Schneider. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Public portion is now closed. And council, if you have any summation?
Just briefly, as the board heard, the changes are necessary due to the family changes, just to have use of the house for the in-laws and the mother. The changes are minor, small. Obviously, an application still required here, but they were mindful to keep it as tight as they could. That's all, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. And I'll go to the board.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Dave?
I make a motion to approve the application. The applicant has met all the negative and positive criteria. The site is particularly suited for the intended purpose. The use is not detriment to the public good or public safety. This motion will incorporate all of the testimony of the applicant, attorney, planners, engineers, and member of the board. It is a very de minimis request, not detriment to the neighborhood, and there are no objectors.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Dave, second by Mr. Sadata. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes, the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. DeVay?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Sadaha?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes on the motion.
And Chairman Kumbo.
Yes on the motion. Unanimous approval. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Congratulations. Madam Secretary, next case on the agenda, please.
Case number Z12, 2015, amended, BAPS of Edison LLC at 2500 Woodbridge Ave. Applicant is seeking to amend the approval granted in 2015 to the existing temple. They are seeking relief from the condition limiting the basement for storage only and proposing it for religious/community space. Affected property is located in the LI zone, designated as block number 375.34, lot number 12.10 on the Edison Township tax map. All noticing paperwork is in order.
Mr. Prasad, before you proceed, I was moving too fast. I wanted to give the court report an opportunity to set up. So just hold off until she starts up. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening, Board Chair, members of the board. David Prasad, licensed attorney in state of New Jersey from the firm Bob Smith and Associates. Here tonight representing the applicant, BAPS Edison LLC, property located at 2500 Woodbridge Avenue, block 375.34, lot 12.10 in the LI zone. Applicant is here tonight seeking to amend the prior approval to remove the condition that the basement of this facility be used only for storage and utilities. Currently, there exists a 106,354 square foot religious temple at the property address I just mentioned that consists of 3 floors, one of which is a basement at 47,000 square feet. The applicant tonight is seeking to convert approximately 20,671 square feet of that existing basement to be used for community rooms, practice rooms, changing rooms for performances, game rooms for children, and overall just community use. The temple currently currently hosts several religious and charitable activities on site in their existing gymnasium. And that gymnasium is used for children, for recreation, and for sports, and for also gathering. But however, there's scheduling conflicts by using just that one multi-purpose room or that gymnasium as a multi-purpose room. They have post-service meals, post-service gatherings. They have other charitable events, and this creates conflicts with what that gymnasium was originally proposed for. This way, with the conversion of the basement to be used for several different purposes, they can eliminate these scheduling conflicts and also utilize a space that is already existing with just some renovations in about approximately half of the basement. We also like to note that religious organizations typically are allowed to have accessory structures to do these types of events or have these types of purposes. BAPS, unfortunately, does not have that type of land. It's sufficient enough to construct an additional accessory building. However, we believe that the basement provides sufficient space to continue to host their community and their events. We understand that BAPS there's some parking concerns that may arise with this expansion or the use of the basement. However, there is a condition of the 2015 approval which limits the maximum occupancy to 1,760 occupants, which is based on the parking number. And we do not intend to change that maximum occupancy. That will remain the same. We will abide by that. Excuse me. We will abide by that condition of the prior 2015 approval. Also, I'd like to note that this is not to accommodate growth of a congregation. This is just to accommodate the needs of the congregation as it exists right now. So tonight I have 4 professionals to testify. I have the applicant, which is a representative from BAPS, Mr. Yogesh Patel. I have the professional engineer, Mr. Sanjay Patel, who will be responding to the DNR engineering report. I have the architect who has laid out the floor plan for the proposed renovations in the basement. That's Mr. Frank Kunha. And we also have the professional planner, Ms. Allison Coffin, to address the planning testimony. We have a planning report from Bignell Planning Consultants dated December 12th, 2025. And we also have a DNR engineering report dated December 10th, 2025. And if the board has no questions of me, I can call my first witness.
Does the board have any questions for Mr. Prasad? Mr. Bignell.
Excuse me. Yeah, excuse me, Mr. Chairman. Is it my understanding that we're just eliminating a condition of approval? So the parking variance and the number of people were already made conditions of approval, which are not changing. So just to use the interior space for some other use as opposed to storage, I don't understand why we need to go through all the technical part of this thing. I just think it's, if they were adding more congregants, I'd say, yeah, you need a variance for parking and the like, but they're not doing that. So I think this is more of a simpler application than what's being presented, to be honest with you.
I understand if we're overprepared and we're at the board's whim. If you don't want all of the testimony, we definitely don't need to present it.
Well, you've already got your use variance, you've already got the parking, you already had the number of people. All they're doing is changing the interior space. They're not changing anything else inside. So the operation's not going to change. Maybe that a little bit of testimony there, but as long as there's no changes to the operation, I don't see why we need to get into the details of it. It's not a site plan. It's not anything like that.
I would agree. Ms. Shah?
I would agree to the extent so long as, there's going to be testimony from someone, no offense, Mr. Prasad, not yourself, indicating that that you're not changing any of the use conditions. You're simply remodifying an interior space for use that, as you indicated in your opening.
Sure, absolutely. And we have Mr. Yogesh Patel, who's a representative from BAPS, who can talk about what the use is going to be and that every other condition from the 2015 approval will remain intact.
Okay, let's do that. And then your engineer, just to address Mr. Carley's report. We'll go through, and then the Bignell report, and that's good, right?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Proceed.
Okay, sir, would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
And state your full name for the record.
My name is Yogesh Patel, Yogesh, last name Patel, Patel.
Mr. Patel, can you please tell me your role and relationship to the religious entity?
Yes, I've been a congregant of BAPS and attending the Edison Temple since 1991. I've been a volunteer there pretty much my entire life as well. So I'm here on behalf of the applicant.
Great. And what is the purpose of the proposed removal of this condition and use of the basement?
So it's been about a good 5 to 6 years since we've opened up the new mandir on the same property as the previous building. And now we've gotten the experience of how the mandir actually operates on a day-to-day basis. And so having that experience, we've come to realize certain inefficiencies, if you will, of how we could better use our space with the current number of congregants, the same number of congregants, the same number of services, the same number of programs that we currently host, but to use the space in a better imagined way than it currently has.
Great. And can you explain the sort of conflict that you're trying to alleviate by using the basement?
Absolutely. So the predominant conflict arises from the fact that we have two sets of programs, if you will. One is on the weekly program that we have that happens every week religiously, if you will, pun not intended. And the second one is the special events that we have, whether through our charities wing or whether through within the religious activities that we have. And so, for instance, we might have activities that are happening on the second floor of the mandir near the gymnasium area predominantly. But at times when we have blood donation drives, bone marrow drives, health fairs, when we might have educational seminars, career fairs, college fairs, when we might have activities such as volunteer initiatives or other seminars, these areas are being used at the same time or are attempted to be used concurrently, and they can. The kids won't be able to, or the children won't be able to use those activities for said reasons, whether recreation, group rituals, or other said activities at the same time as it's being used for those events. And so the idea was that if we're able to find additional spaces while the kids are still there, rather than having their activities either postponed, displaced, or completely canceled for that given week, they might have another place within the mandir itself to be able to perform said activities.
And this renovation of the basement and use of the basement is to serve the existing congregation, is that correct?
That is correct. If I might be able to give just a quick example, just recently, over this past Thanksgiving break, we were also celebrating our former spiritual leader, His Holiness Prongsoy Maharaj's birth celebration. Generally, during our previous spiritual leaders' birth anniversaries, we'll have a larger religious assembly where the children and teenagers are performing devotional plays, dances, they're doing speeches, MCs, et cetera, et cetera. And so what happens a lot of times is they will not be able to use that same space concurrently. If it's being used for the post-service meals that are being about to be prepared and served to the congregants, they won't be able to use that area for any practices. They essentially have to wait till everything is done about 7 or 8 p.m. in that ballpark, and then they could then use those places for their given practices for the upcoming service. And so with that, allowing an additional area to be able to do that concurrently with the same amount of people that are already there would better allow us to be more efficient with our time and effective with the space that we have.
And this is a bit of a redundant question, but there's no intended increase once the basement renovations are completed, is that correct?
Correct. These are all existing programs and services and events that we're already hosting as it is. It would just eliminate any scheduling conflicts that we currently have.
And one final question. Part of this application, there is no exterior site work that is proposed. Is that also correct?
That is correct. Everything that will be done is inside the building.
I have no further questions for the representative from BAPS, if the board has any questions.
Board have any questions for Mr. Patel?
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chhabra?
So I have a few questions. I'm looking at your resolution from November 17th, 2015, which was the original, I guess, the construction for the 3-story dwelling that's currently existing. So correct me if I'm wrong, but originally it was a 2-story that was 47,000 square feet?
The original building?
Yeah.
I believe so, somewhere in
Okay.
that ballpark. You might, don't quote me on the numbers, but yes. I
Okay,
believe
so
it-
that was demolished, and then this 3-story was constructed 106,000 square feet.
That is correct.
Okay, and then adding the extra 20,000 square feet, that's not going to impact the congregants at all?
No, so as I mentioned, a lot of times, so if I might give another example. So our religious services happen in multiple age-appropriate groups. And so if I were to look at just the boys and girls, because we have parallel tracks that run for both, there's about 16 age-appropriate religious services that are happening at the same time. We don't have rooms for all 8, so we do stack them. So for instance, the teenagers, high schoolers, if you will, or college-age students, they'll do their services from about 1:30 to 3 p.m. And the bulk of the children, who are anywhere from 4 to 14, will do their services, because there are a larger amount, from about 5 to 7 or 4 to 6, depending on the day, Saturday, Sunday. If those teens also need to perform any other activities or any other practices, as we said, because generally about once a month, once every 2 months, there is a Hindu festival for which they're going to be participating in the larger congregation space, that they have to wait until all those rooms are either emptied or not. And so if they're able to now use the basement at the same time, rather than just waiting around and performing the group rituals together and then using the space, they'd be able to use that space during that time at the same time as the other services are happening, being occupied in other rooms.
Okay, again, I mean, originally going from 47,000 to basically 126,000, adding almost, let's say, like a solid 70% more. I'm just trying to think, like, how is it not going to attract more congregants to come at the same time?
I mean, I don't have any data sets with me, but looking even just over the past 5 to 6 years, if we've, ever since we had, I guess, initial, when we opened up the temple in 1991, there was a growth, to your point, where we went from a few, maybe 50, 60 families to about a few hundred families. We did then split our services between Saturday and Sunday because we were space constrained in the older structure. With the newer structure, over the last 5 to 6 years, we've seen maybe a modest increase, maybe in the ballpark of 3 to 5%. Nothing more than that that I could, experience it myself. Again, I don't have the data to present necessarily on that. But we don't necessarily have a membership in our congregation. Those who wish to come. There's no actual membership where we could track the actual number of people who are registered to come or are part of the congregation, if you will. And so I understand your point that the space has significantly increased, but I think that was because we were severely underserved in the previous building.
Okay, thank you for the clarity.
Any other questions for Mr. Patel? Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, if I can call my next witness, I have Mr. Sanjay Patel, the professional engineer, just to address the comments on Mr. Carley's report.
Sir, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? And state your full name for the record.
Sanjay Patel, Sanjaypatel.
Mr. Patel, if you could please provide the board with a brief summary of your background qualifications.
I'm a registered professional engineer in the state of New Jersey. I've had my license since 2010, and I've been practicing as a principal of Seva Engineering since 2012.
You licensed, are current in good standing?
Yes, sir.
We'll accept you. You may proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Board Chair. Mr. Patel, for the first question, is there any anticipated increase in pedestrian or vehicular traffic with this proposed renovation of the basement?
No, with the, as Yogesh testified, the idea is to create more space for the current users. We don't anticipate increasing number of members, and as such, the pedestrian traffic or the vehicular traffic is not expected to change.
Thank you. To address Mr. Carley's report dated December 10th, 2025, point number 6.1, is there any potential increase for sanitary sewer demand for this renovation?
Once again, no expected changes as far as utilities are concerned. The number of plumbing fixtures, the number of occupants still remain the same, so no changes.
And similar question, there's no potential increase for water demand as well?
Correct.
And that's based on the limitation of occupancy?
Right. The services, the programs, the occupants, and the number of plumbing fixtures do not change.
Also from the DNR report, number 7.1, is there any potential increase for solid waste disposal?
No.
And that's also because there's a limitation on occupancy, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And also one final question, are there any proposed changes to the exterior of the site, landscaping, lighting, anything like that?
No, all the work is proposed, is in the basement. No other work is proposed for this project.
Thank you, Mr. Patel. I have no further questions for Mr. Patel.
Mr. Carley?
Modestly brief regurgitation on my report. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
You're good. Okay. All right. Does the board have any questions for Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Mr. Zadada?
You're adding additional room in the basement and you're adding any bathrooms?
No, all the bathrooms, all the plumbing fixtures are existing.
Existing ones? There's no new bathrooms?
No new bathrooms, no other plumbing involved in this.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions for Mr. Patel?
Board's edification, at the end of the day, building permits will have to be pulled, and at that time, as my report suggests, those things will be fleshed out with the construction department. Retrofit of the those representations will have to be made on the third floor.
Yes, we do understand that. We have our architect here if the board has any questions, but we do plan to comply with all the requirements, life safety, and everything else.
Great. And then we'll go through Mr. Bignell's report.
As I stated earlier, Mr. Chairman, the applicant is keeping the same number of congregants. The parking is the same. All we're doing is realigning some space inside the building that's existing. By the way, it's a magnificent interior. I've been there. It's magnificent. And so I don't see any issues with releasing the condition of approval.
Thank you very much.
That will conclude our testimony then.
Okay. All right. So we will now go out to the public. Anyone within 200 feet of subject site wanting to be heard? If you're within 200 feet, you received a notice via certified mail. Anyone from outside 200 feet of subject site wanting to be heard? Seeing none, can I get a motion to close the public portion?
Motion to close public portion.
Second.
Motion made by Vice Chairman O'Gorman, second by Mr. Schneider. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Public portion is now closed. And I will go, Mr. Prasad, if you have any summation.
Simply that we're just using a existing space in an existing building, just renovating it so we can have dedicated uses and avoid conflicts with a established congregation within the Township of Edison. And it's religious and it's charitable, and we believe that they will use it appropriately and abide by all prior conditions of approval.
Thank you very much. And I'll go to the board.
Chairman.
Mr. Dave?
I make a motion to approve the application, as this application is the extension of the already approved, previously approved, already approvals were granted in 2015, with the condition that the current use of the storage would be converted into the community event rooms, practice area for religious performances, and game rooms. And the occupancy load will not change 1,760 persons per the resolution as proposed, and the space will not be used for the rentals or the banquets as applicants asked for. This motion, the applicant will comply with the engineer's report of DNR and Bignell Planning, and will ask for the construction permit for the retrofit.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Dave, second by Mr. Sadada. Roll call, please.
Mr. Chabra?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. Cerrito?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Schneider?
Yes to the motion.
Mr. DeVay?
Yes on the motion.
Mr. Sadaha?
Yes to the motion.
Vice Chair O'Gorman?
Yes on the motion.
And Chairman Kumba.
I just want to say that the function and the inherently beneficial use, the service to the community that BAPS has done to the Edison community is truly exemplary. I was on this board back in 2015 when this site first came to us for approval of building this building. Unfortunately, I was unable to vote on it, but we know sitting through the hearings and actually seeing what was testified to and actually seeing things work and the way they handle traffic and the beauty that brings to our town, it is finally my pleasure to vote yes on the motion. Unanimous approval. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, board members. Happy holidays.
Thank you very much. Happy holidays. Madam Secretary, any other business come before the agenda? I'm sorry, to come before the board this evening.
That'll be all this evening.
Okay. Before we adjourn, I just wanted to thank our board professionals, thank our staff, thank Edison TV, and thank my colleagues here on the board for your service. It has been a great 2025. Looking forward to another great year and wishing everyone a very, very happy, safe, and enjoyable holiday and Happy New Year. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Motion by Mr. Sadada, second by Mr. Cerrito. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Board stands adjourned. Thank you.